Okay, hi everybody. We're going to be doing section 9.5. This is where I'm now going to teach you a third way to learn how to graph a linear equation. We're determining slopes and the y-intercepts of lines. That's what we're going to be doing in this lesson. And we're going to be graphing using slope and y-intercept. So now, slope-intercept form. This is something you're going to hear about from now on, all through algebra 2. It's called y equals mx. This part you know. This was in the last lesson with direct variation. M is your slope. And then we're going to add to that plus b. So y equals mx plus b. X and y just make up your ordered pair. M will be the slope in the equation. And b is your y-intercept. So these will be numbers. And so that you can look at the equation, you can pull out, oh, that's the slope of my line. And that's my y-intercept. That's where it crosses that y-axis. Okay? So when it's set up like this, where there's y equals and all the other stuff over there, then you are able to pull out the slope, which will be multiplied by your x. And the thing that's being added to that, or subtracted, will be your y-intercept. So let's look at some examples. Find the slope and the y-intercept. First, you want to make sure that it's in the y equals mx plus b form. It is y equals mx plus b. Then you just pull out your m, which is your slope. 0.5 is your slope. And your b equals 3. Okay? You can just write m equals and b equals if you want. You can write m equals 0.5. And you could write b equals 3. Okay? You don't have to write slope, y-intercept. Next one. Y equals negative 7x minus 8, okay? It's in the form y equals mx plus b. They have a minus, so you gotta be careful there. Your m, your slope, is negative 7. Your b, be careful here, because it's supposed to be plus. So we need to change this to a plus to become plus negative 8. That's why you bring that sign with it in front, okay? So if it's not addition, it'll be a negative then. Now, of course, you know that I'm going to get much harder. Now I look at this equation, and this is not in slope-intercept form because it doesn't have y equals and all the other stuff over here. So I need to put it in slope-intercept form first, and then I can pull out the slope and y-intercept. To do that, I need to get rid of this minus 4x or negative 4x and get it over to here. I'm going to add 4x to both sides. Because that's negative, opposite would be positive, okay? That's what cancels that out. You're left with 5y equals. Put the 4x in front because then you'll have it in slope form. Put the minus 10 in the back. You cannot put those two together because they are not like terms. Now, again, it wants y equals, not 5y equals, so we have to divide out the 5. Now watch how I do this. Everything over here needs to also be divided by 5, because you did it over here. You have to divide everything over here. Divide this by 5. Divide this by 5. This cancels out. You're left with y equals 4x divided by 5 is like 4/5 x. Okay, I just made it into a fraction. Minus 10 divided by 5, 2. Now it's in y equals mx plus b form. This is a hard one. We'll do more of these in class, so if you're having a little trouble, it's okay. Your m, your slope, is the one multiplied by x, 4/5. Your b is over here, minus 2. Okay, so first we moved it in slope-intercept form, then we named them. All right, let's do some graphing ones. Now you need to take out your graph paper, and you're going to plot these. This is the less amount of work way to graph slope using slope and y-intercept. Okay, so follow along. First thing you want to do, pull out what your m and your b are. Okay, my slope, negative 6. My b is 3. First step, step 1, was pull out with name m and b. Second step, graph your b. Okay, graph your y-intercept. My y-intercept is 3. That means it crosses the y-axis at 3. 1, 2, 3. Third step, this is where it gets a little tricky. You're going to use your slope to get another ordered pair. Use slope for another ordered pair. What I mean by use slope, remember slope is rise over run. We have -6. I'm going to write it as a fraction. You write -6 over 1. The top number means your rise. That means how far up or down do you go. It's negative. So what this -6 means is down 6. 1, the bottom number will be left and right because that's your x. This is a positive, so you're going to go right 1. So from the point that we just plotted, that y-intercept, you're going to go down 6. Let me grab the pen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 1 to the right. That gives me another point that would be on this line. I would do it so that you have 3 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1. Okay, I'm not quite sure if you have enough points on your graph. Last step is to connect the points. Okay, so my third step is my hardest step to completely understand. And we're going to do a bunch more of these in class. A little bit off here. Okay, that's better. Okay, let's try another one. Step 1, identify your M and your B. M is the number in front of your variable. In front of there is a 1. B, instead of +4, you have to write -4 here. That's step 1, identifying slope and y-intercept. Step 2, graph your y-intercept, -4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Plot it. Step 3, get more points from your slope. Write your slope as a fraction. To write 1 as a fraction, you write 1 over 1. It's positive. That means up 1, 1 to the right. So right 1. Up 1, right 1. Up 1, right 1. And I keep going, and then I connect. You only need to get the 3 points. You don't need more than that. It's a little bit off. Okay? Alrighty, we'll do one more and that's it. And a bunch more in class. Step 1, identify your slope. M equals 1/2. B equals -2. Graph B, -2. Graph your slope. It's already a fraction. Half means up 1, 2 to the right, because they're positive. Up, this is positive, right 2. Up 1, right 2. Up 1, right 2. Connect. Alright, that's it for today. We'll do a bunch more in class. This is a tough lesson. Have a good one.